Welcome to Trading Lounge and the gold and silver report for the 14th of October. So we've had a sharp move down, which has put a bit of a spanner in the works. So it looks like maybe we need to look at our alternative count. So this is gold on the 4-hour chart here. So it's possible that we'll be looking down further now for this to play out here. So, yeah, let's go in and have a look at this on the 4-hour chart here. Just squashing it all back in here. Let's get our bearings here a little bit. So, I think silver's probably a good one to have a look at first, but while we're here, I'll just go over this, is that we looked at this here as the wave A here, and then an A, B, C, D and E here for wave B, and it's quite a nice looking triangle pattern, but in silver it looks more like being wave 1 here and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, but because wave 4 here had overlapped wave 1 here, I kind of let it go to move to the bullish count. It's not that this count here is correct yet in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 down through here, but it's probable at this stage. So we need to talk about this in a little bit more detail. So there are a couple of supports here, of course. So one of them is just the simple trend line through here, and the other one is the 50-60% retracement level here. So if we considered, I've made a bit of a change here and considered all of this here for wave 1, and that would bring us back into wave 2 sitting on this level here. So what we could suggest is that if this level here became the resistance, which is the 1880, then well, it's not just the 1880, it's all of this support coming through here. If that became the resistance, then we'd be looking further down at that point. And there's still time to do a trade on this on the short side too, because we could look at this here as 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 here, and 5 here for wave 1, then the ABC pattern for wave 2 here, and then down for 3, 4 and 5 here. So the short trade would come in here, or drawing a line through here in this case. As it stands at the moment, if it just had one more little move down here, then it's got the ability to move up at that point as an A and a B and a C wave here for that. So yeah, let's just, I don't think there's much I can do on the hourly chart for this. Yeah, on the hourly chart, it's possible to count. It's a bit of a long shot, and don't go throwing tomatoes at me just yet, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for 1 and back for 2 here. But like I mentioned, this 1880 here will also, it's all part of group 2 here, subgroup 2, 65, 72 and the 80 here for this. So we can count this down as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 1 and 2 here. So we could just draw this out while we're here, I think. Do we have a, yeah, I'll just draw this out from this point. A bit annoying, I know, but it's just the way that it's played out here. So this would be, let me just double check on that. So we'll probably get a retest of the, at least here in this regard. I'll just use these here. I could borrow this. So I'll talk about the long trade and the short trade here for a moment. So so from here we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for wave 1, and back for wave 2, and have to look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So that will take us down, may even take us a bit deeper into this low area through here actually. But the main point here is really looking for this rally, this corrective rally here. I'll leave this trend line in place here because it's likely to come back and test that as such. I think I might need to put this should get a bit more a bit more complicated, but anyway, coming down here for wave 5 and then an A and a B and a C wave retesting that. It may go up a bit further, I'm not quite sure, but then wave 3 down here. So that would leave the short trade using wave B here low would do the trick. And also, if it's possible to put a line through there, depending on how far wave B plays out here for this. So I'll just leave wave 2 there for the moment, but we'll need to see that push up. So with wave 2 here, let's just consider this for a moment. Down to here, 61.8% up here. So yeah, look, I'll put out another video before any long trade's going to come in, but the short trades would come in first. So yeah, how annoying. I mean, when we look at silver, it's a little bit more easier to see why the market would move down as well. So we'll just check out silver, but I'll just come back to, so just to recap this here, we don't have 5 waves down here yet, right? It's possible, long shot, to call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and back for 2 here, but we would need to see the market stay above the 880 and push back up and get support on the 1900 here. And even when we see that move pushing up here, we would need to see it as impulsive and not corrective. Okay. Otherwise, once this here has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in down to 1872 area here, and we see the bounce, and you see basically a retest of the 1900, but we've got the trend line here as well, and so on. Once you've got that in here, then any breakdown from that point there, I'll try to be there and count that out for us. But yeah, any breakdown, once that low comes in place, you'll only know the low's in place because it's retested the 1900, of course, but then you'll know that that's in. So then you can move to the second low, and you can draw a line through here and then look to short that, because we'll be going into a third wave at that point, and it should move quite quickly at that point. So just be a little bit mindful of that. And yeah, so just going back to the 4-hour chart to get the distance of this down here. So we'll be looking down at 1800. That's where the short trade would play out from. Let's have a quick look at silver. On the 4-hour chart, it presents a better bearish case here, and always has done actually. So in this case, I mean, I've lined it up with gold because of well, I've just had there's more volume, let's say. There's been a 68% increase in EFT buying in September, so it's a fair whack going in, but yeah, an A wave here, and then we had as an A, B, C, D, and E here for the B wave here, and down for the C wave here. But look, it makes a really good case too, having this blue B wave over here, and looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here. I mean, I can count 5 waves up here in terms of 1, 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in here for the third wave, an A and a B and a C for the fourth wave as an expanded flat, and then up here for the fifth wave. So it can count up as 5 waves, but I can also see it counting as 3 waves as well, as an A and a B and a C for the A wave, an A and a B and a C for the B wave, and then up here for the C wave. And you know, it's quite a big wave 4 here, is a sense, so it really makes it out as a reasonable B wave as well, because when you look at equality between the A wave in terms of time and size, and the B wave in time and size, and the C wave, they're all kind of got some sort of equality to them. I know it's a little bit rough, but yeah, so we could only turn bullish here now if this top was taken out here for that. And it's not to say that it can't, and it's not to say that we're going to definitely be coming down here. It's just that I wasn't expecting gold to pull back like that. So in this case here, we can look at this here as, well, let's look at the bearish side as 1 and 2 and 3 here and 4 here and 5 coming down to here. So if we get 5 waves to the 61.8%, well, then we're pretty much, you know, we're going to get another 5 down at that point, and wave 3 is going to move a bit quicker than this. That's going to be something like that, unfortunately. So it's only if this is not finished yet. It may play out as an ABC pattern here, but the long trade is over here now for that. And the short trade here, of course, is under the wave B low here, or you could also draw, it's not always you can draw a line between the low and wave A here, but if you can, it's good. And then that I also need to point out too, just I want to talk about that there a little bit, okay? So when you've got, let's just get a bit more space in here, when you've got a trend line to the downside like this here, and the market's going to come through, it's very much like a classic trading levels pattern where the market will come down, bounce back off the trend line, go through the trend line, come back up and retest it, and then move down from that point. Now that's where the safe short trade is here. Now probably about 10% of the time, I don't know, some small amount, but sometimes depending on the count, you can get a second retest of that level and then move down. So always be aware of that second one on that, and then just keep building in again, but don't let it shake your cage, you know. Alrighty, well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, I've just got to get this video out there and let you know, because I mean, yeah, it's really the gold ones coming back. Just go back to the gold here for a second. Spot gold, because of that sharp move down here, it's throwing the count out, and we seriously need to get on top of this as quickly as we can, and this is my best shot at it at this stage. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.